Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to do these two Brazilian agate slabs that I've got. I'm just going to freeform them, see what they look like. I kind of like the patterns in them. I like the dark, the contrast between the dark and the light colors. I'm going to grind off the husks and see what kind of shapes I end up with. This one's probably going to be a little weird shaped, but I don't think that'll matter too much. We'll see what it looks like. I've got a bunch of these slabs. It's pretty good agate. I was going to work on another one of these like I did yesterday, but I'll probably wait on that. I'll do the one that's going to come out right, good shape without having to modify it any. Probably won't have to modify that other one much. I may just make like a little U-band out of it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Just see what happens. I'm just going to take off the ugly, like I always say. Okay, let's get started. First, I better change my glasses. I refilled all my water today and drained my wastewater tank. I should be ready to go. Care for that fracture. I didn't see that, or I didn't look close enough. I should have looked at that. Good, I won't have to lose that piece on this one. This one looks pretty good on this side. Got an eye up there with some fairly clear orange. That might be because of the darkness back here that's turning that into a darker eye pocket or center tube agate. This one, the fracture doesn't go in as far. I'm not sure, but I think this is agate too. This darker stuff. Or it may be basalt. I'm not sure. I know it's hard. It's as hard as the agate is. And it's got fortification lines in it. That's what I thought. Another one for the tumbler pile. That'll make it a little easier to shape now too. I figured that crack was going to go, so I thumped it on the edge of the table just one time, and sure enough, it was ready to go. It came off. Glad I realized that before I got too much further down grinding it. Should have saved me some time. Okay, let's go to the next wheel. Ow. What did I do? My neck just popped. What did I do with my towel? On the floor. Should have looked there first, dummy. That's usually what happens to it. I figured it was because I had picked it up since I sat back down here after doing all my other stuff, but I had to do the intro and all that, so I had done all that stuff. I'm just having so much fun, and I'm losing track of what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to leave those two pits in there. Simply because that's the center of our eye agate. And maybe once it's shining, it'll let a little more light through than it's doing now. Once I get it to shine, because it is agate. It's just black agate, dark agate. But it's ready to take. Wait a minute, no it ain't. But I let that dry all the way. Got some scratch marks here. Either scratch marks or occlusions. Either way, I'm going to see if they'll come out on this real quick. May have been a gouge at one time. Still just a touch of it left, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything. This will take it out. 280 grit. Shouldn't take too long to do it either. actually a disaster, but a little bit of a pain. I'd have to go back and straighten it up. So it would take off way more than I needed to. Okay, we're ready to go to the next wheel. Oh, let's get my big butt over here. And here's what it looks like now. A little bit of polish on it. You can see some of the rough stuff that I still got to work out, but they're 280 grit scratches. They should come out pretty easy. Here's the little bug on this end. It's not very big. And then, oh, that was the biggest one. This is the little one. That's right on the edge of this corner right there. Itty bitty dinky one, but you can see fortification lines around it, and there's a fracture kind of going into it. I don't want that. It looks like it's a healed fracture, but I don't want to take any chances. If I cut that all the way out, I'm liable to lose that whole eye. Okay. Redo my camera here. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing over here. I think you can be able to, but I don't get that light out of my way. Wheel. Okay, I think I'm ready for the next wheel. show you what it looks like through the light, with the light shining through it. I got to back it off here. Go to the outside edges a little bit. We can see what I was talking about, how that is all agate. And you can see through it. There we go. That's why I left those bugs on there. Once you get out of that, then it's too bright. So let me back it up. Make it where you can see the center a little better. A close up of the shine. Still got a few bugs, little pits and inclusions in it. I'm ready to go to the 1200 grit wheel. There's the other end, upper end. It's a nice thin slimline stone too, doesn't weigh a whole lot. I like that a lot. So that's one thing I'm afraid of. These agates that don't really make a whole lot of sense to cut down because you'd lose a lot. I could take that much off of it, still keep this eye and this center fortification lines, but then it'd just be yellow and clear, except for this little bit of yellow in here in the darkness. But I think this looks better myself, and it's not too heavy. I don't wear jewelry. I used to wear a watch, but I eat watches up for breakfast. My sweat's got too much acid in it. And when I was working, I was trying before the cell phones come out. I had to buy a stainless steel backed watches, or watches with all stainless steel bodies, because that Betzel metal that they're made out of, the backs are usually, or the watch frames are made out of, are made out of bezel, B-E-Z-E-L, or B-E-T-Z-E-L, I'm not sure how you spell it. Close and tough. I don't know where they're kind of hard to see them. Down far enough that I'm pretty sure the next wheel will take them off. Good. Ready for the 3000 grit and finishing up the stone. I could take this one to the aluminum oxide too. I've only got the 2 vugs, and that shouldn't be hard to get the aluminum oxide out of. Keep leaving dusty footprints on them, or dusty fingerprints on there. They just look like a dull spot. Yeah, I still got water on that one. Dummy. Got 2 scratches in the agate. In between the 2 scratches, the length of the scratches is lower than the agate on the outside edges of the scratches. That's what makes me think it's a gouge that I just didn't quite get out. I just wasn't looking at it at the right, and that may be the edges of the. It is the edges of the inclusion, because it's kind of chipped on the edges of the scratches. They're not real wide scratches, but it's more pock marks than scratch. So I think it's alright. Before you do that, make sure that was a fingerprint. Okay, now we're ready for the cerium oxide, or aluminum oxide. Let me shut this off. Okay, I just recharged my pad. Wetted it down. Zoom in a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. Not that it's that hard to figure out. Let some of the water slosh off of it, because I just put the powder on there, just put the aluminum oxide on there dry. Kind of sprinkle it around, spread it around my fingers, and then spritz down the wheel. Just has to be wet. All my dust off of it and the lint. And I'll show it to you. There you go. Got a good shine on it. I don't know if you can see any of the pits. Maybe I didn't have it close enough. Here's the other side. It shined up a whole lot better. You can't see as much of the inclusions and pits in it. But it's done. I like it. I think it looks pretty darn good. Let me run the light behind it. Cut down the beam a little bit so you can see some of the colors in there too. See what I mean about the top up here? That darker agate that was black looking, you can still see through it. There's the other side. You can see the lines in this eye down here are pretty good too. Let's try this real quick. That white background behind it. Oh, damn it! It broke in half. It broke in half. Man, and it's all rubber in here now. Dang it. Well, I mean, it split right down the middle. Okay, welcome back. I just broke this. Just recorded it. I'm going to fix it now on camera. We'll put it on the same video. All I'm going to do is make them where they're now shaped this way, or where they'll be hanging this way, teardrop shaped. I don't want to take off too much of this point or this point, so I'll just kind of round this a little bit, not as much as this side. Same with this one, but I'll make it where it looks better. And we'll have two cabs instead of one. I'll start with the smaller side first. One good thing about it, I don't have to work the whole stone, just the edge and the corners of the edge. I'm not going to tilt those edges down too much either. Damn it. Just run that egg right over my face. I wasn't wanting to. I'll take a little more off of here because of that chip. almost got the last, once I put that aluminum oxide polish on there, or finished it off with the aluminum oxide, it's slipperier now than when it's wet than it was earlier, especially on this wheel. You can see what I did to my face there when I slipped out of my fingers and I run it down the face. Not too much, not too bad. Just a few little marks here, a little bit here. Not bad. I can live with that. Take more off of this one because this is where the chip went in. The other one, the chip's kind of sticking out here. So I've got to take at least that much off to get this chip out of the middle here. One good thing about it, when I get done with it, they'll always be able to tell how they went together. You can always say, yeah, see, they're both from the same stone. They just came apart right there in the middle. Share my misery with everybody. Not that big a deal, really. A little disappointing, but you'll have that, especially when you get older and get clumsy. Side doesn't look like it has any bad inclusions on that yellower section of shelving or shelf or layer where the layer lays down kind of slanted. That's where the weakness was in this stone, right there at the tip of this yellow inclusion. As you could see, it was laying at an angle like this, and you could see the little rusty spot dots on it, little like sand particles is what it looked like. Made an interesting scene, but it was also a flaw that exploited itself and blew up on me when I dropped it, like a idiot. Okay, that's got that one down. Move on to the next wheel. This is going to go pretty quick anyway. Okay, next one. Okay. Well, I stayed there just a little bit too long. Not too bad though. Nothing that won't come out. Has some scratches the way the direction I was working the stone last. Got this top corner a little too close to the outside edge. Dude, I got it out of there. I knew it was going to be easy. Okay, I'm ready for the next wheel. Reset the camera. Zoom in on that one. I don't think. Okay, 1200 grit. I ain't taking it to the cerium oxide again, or aluminum oxide again. I don't think I need to anyway. Having to grind it again kind of took out some of those inclusions that I had on there before. Still got some there, but I'm not going to worry about them this time. I didn't think this was going to take very long. Brother suggested making guitar picks out of these, but they're a little bit thick. And as easy as that fracture dropping it on the ground, I don't think I want to make anybody trust a guitar pick made out of it. These other inclusions might break, and they're right there on that tip too. Okay, that half's done. Now let's go to the other one. Back down here to the 80 grit. Rearrange the camera. You know, if I'd have been smart, I'd have done this a little bit different. And I wouldn't have had to reset the camera. I'd have just done the first stone on both stones on these first three wheels, and then changed the camera and did the rest of those two stones on the same two wheels. That'd have been all right, but no, I had to be difficult. That's my modus operandi. That's the way I do things. Just small enough to go ahead and round my corners off a little bit more. Yep, good enough. I can get the rest of that little chip out of there with this 220. I'm not taking any more chances with my faces, so I haven't messed either one of them up yet. Felt like I had some. Every once in a while, if you're holding it steady against something, that you can feel it jumping every so once in a while when it's what it's doing is hitting as a diamond chip that's just a little bit higher than all the rest of them. That may have been what put my scratch on there. On that other one that I said there was a scratch on there. Feel it with my finger. got that chip out of there yet. Down to where it's not much bigger than one of my inclusion bugs, but it is still there. Off, make sure I got that. Just a little bit of the chip left. It's just showing a little sparkle right there. It'll come off on this next wheel. Good, I didn't mess up my faces too much more. I need to angle this a little bit more, but I can do that on this one. Get those kind of both at the same angle. Well, actually they are a little bit, just this end a little bit shallower. But we'll get her did. We're semi-good at what we do. Oh, how'd I get all the way down here on this edge? No biggie. Easy enough to fix. A little further back from the corner. Right off with a dry finger, not a wet finger. Okay, we're good. Rearrange, readjust. Ta-da! That was easier. I was zooming back out, panning back out, zooming back out, whatever, panning back out, zooming back out. Before I removed the camera. Stop spitting on me. Okay, that should be down enough that I can get it out with the 1200 grit. That's just a dull spot and that'll come out. Remember that. A little bit of a flat spot. We'll go to the 3000 because I was making it worse with the other one. 1200 grit. That did it. Okay, got it done. That's the other half. You can still tell somewhat that it's from the same stone. It goes this way. Guess you can't tell it quite as easy. No, you can. No. Sure, that's the side that broke. And that's the side that broke. There it is. Right there, that's how you can tell. But anyway, it's done. Thanks for watching. I'm going to probably put this out in 2 or 3 parts just because it's going to be so long. Unless I can figure out how to time lapse it, then I'll go ahead and time lapse it because it's not that fancy of a stone to begin with. I did like the colors and the looks of it, but it still looks the same, just in 2 different parts now instead of 1. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. Let me know how you think these are doing. How am I doing? What I need to fix. I don't mind comments. I don't care if they're good or bad. Take the good with the bad, just like I just did. Anyway, have a good day, and see you on the next one.